your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, and it's official now. Landlord is no longer the most nefarious person that I know. That last one belongs to West Coast Cowboy.
Wow, let me put
He
my hoodie
won
on
the
just in
title.
case.
He won the title.
Hey, undisputed champion of the world. But how y'all doing today, man?
Shoot, I am blessed.
I'm good, man. Besides my channel's acting crazy, I'm feeling great right now.
Indeed. So what I'm gonna need y'all to do, because landlord is gonna have a brand spanking new ass video up later. I need y'all to go like it, share it, and watch it, because he's gonna have this same live up on his page, and I need y'all to vigorously hit that like button on it when he posts it. Need y'all to vigorously hit that share button on it when he posts it, and I need y'all to vigorously hit his Cash App. Right, so make sure y'all look out for all of the content creators, and make sure that you continue to help and support the pages, man.
Hey,
Facts.
it might be ghetto. It may be ghetto, but you could always put your cell phone right in front of you and just go live off your phone on your YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. And at least they'll get some content.
That ain't a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all. Well, hey, salute to
You
everybody
know
in
what
the
I mean?
building.
Like, hey, man, this is what you got to do. It's about this playoff time, man. What you gonna do? If the run game don't show up, what we gonna do? What
We're
we
gonna
gonna
throw
do?
that. We're gonna throw
We
that
gonna
bitch.
throw that mother. Hell, you mean we gonna print up another hat? Hell, you mean that's what I'm gonna do?
Hey, I gotta survive, man. Hey, but salute
Fact.
to everybody in the building, man. I see my boy Neil, the serial slapper, in this mug. He said he slapped up 41 Commodes fans before checking in. I'm gonna have to hide out in the trap because they called the cops on this hand. Good grief. So
Mm.
there's an APB out on this man's hand right now for being nefarious. Salute to my boy. Hey, I see T Smooth TV, Matt Leslie, Jackie Smith, 5-time champ 74 going on 6. Charlie Jones said, "Here we go." April Barnes, Joe Chan China, not from China, but from Italy. Tommy Montoya, Dak
Mm.
on
He
Filthy
from
with
the
some
French part of
duds.
Italy.
Hey, he from the French part of Italy at this point, man. Lawrence Moore, what's up with y'all good people, man? So, hey, y'all know the usual rules of engagement. Make sure y'all come in, hit that like, hit that share, slap the shit out of Commanders fan for this discount. And hey, y'all got anything to add? Anything y'all promoting? Anything y'all want to tell the folks before we jump into this?
I'm about to have a stupid huge raffle for the playoff game. So get ready, get ready, get ready. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. Um, Listen, we gonna talk this Commanders game, and we gonna talk this talk. But I'm gonna tell you this right here. I need everybody to get their batteries ready, get their extended battery packs ready, because as soon as this Commanders game going, everybody's going straight playoff mode. You know how they say LeBron James turned his social media off when in playoff mode. The only people that can contact him is the host. I mean, my bad, is his family and everybody else. But yeah, we gonna go into straight playoff mode. What's playoff mode to us? That means we were going to literally live on a live stream. We are going to live on a live stream. So as soon as this Commanders game on, I need you guys to make sure that you like, follow, and share on every social platform, because listen, we are just going to go live. Period. 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 Blank. Point blank and simple. We are going to go live, and the only thing that's going to stop us is the Cowboys not doing what they're supposed to do, or us holding up a Lombardi trophy. And that's what it is. You feel me? Just like we did it for the draft. Remember when the draft started, we went live every day all the way up into the draft started, and we didn't give a damn what time it was. Y'all just meet us on the live. That's how it is when the playoffs start. When the playoffs start, we don't care what time it is. Just know, as if you ain't seen the show, it's coming. Let's just know that. Like what Dion say, we coming. You feel me? We coming. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I dig that, man. So, hey, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this, man. This upcoming game, Cowboys versus Commanders, Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's I don't like putting like hyperboles on anything, man, but
Oh, big word. Big
yeah,
word.
big word alert. If you don't know hyperbole, meaning I'm not trying to inflate the shit, make it overbearing more than what it is, but
He ain't trying
this
to turn a little turd into a big shit. That's what he basically trying to say.
yeah,
True.
you want to put it like that. But this might be the biggest game. It might be the
Say it
biggest
true.
game of the season, man, for real. But this might be the biggest game of the season. Not because of the opponent, but what it means to the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not really about the Commanders of such a great, dominant team or anything like that. This is the Dallas Cowboys' chance to sew up the division and get the 2 seed. And if we know anything from history, we know there are only 7 NFL teams that have ever won a Super Bowl while being a wild card team. It does not happen very often. So when you look at the percentages of winning a championship as a 2 seed and you compare that to being a 5 seed, it's night and day. Right? It's already hard enough to win a Super Bowl. But just think about in context what you would have to do to win a title as a 5 seed. You would have to go on the road to the 4 seed. If you happen to win that game, then you would have to go on the road to either the 2 seed or the 1 seed. And if you upset them, then you have to play the other guy you didn't play, the 1 seed or the 2 seed. And all this shit is at home. And then you're rewarded by winning all those games by going on the road again to Vegas and playing in the Super Bowl. So
Hey,
that sounds hard.
yeah. And I love it because the Super Bowl right down the street from me. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Um, That's man, I don't like thinking ahead of myself, but bro, listen to me, man. Outside of the Super Bowl being at AT&T Stadium, this is the greatest setup that the Cowboys could ever get. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta make sure we. You ever been watching a movie? You be watching a movie and you be like, man, I can tell there's gonna be an alien flick at some point in the movie. An alien just gonna bump and jump out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm watching this cowboy movie, man. Man, Cowboys, I can see the ending on it. We just gotta walk this thing out, man. Hey, can you switch it to the three views things where it's like doot doot doot? So
Let's see.
there you go. That's good. I don't care where I'm at. I just like that.
All right, cool.
What up, Dion? I see you, boy. What up, Zoe Holiday? I see you. I know I didn't get no shout outs to nobody on Facebook. It's not that I don't love you. It's just when we use this little app like here, it doesn't show them as quickly. So I apologize for that. But I see y'all in the building though. I see Trey. What up with you?
Salute to Trey. Hey, Lan, what you think about it, man?
What?
About this being the biggest game of the season just because of what's on the line.
You absolutely right. This is because of what's at stake. You absolutely right. And hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm very confident in us winning, but at the same time, bro, if we drop this one, I'd be going like, I'm talking about like, bro, I'd be nuclear. I would be nuclear, bro. I'm telling you right now, I might want to blow up everything. I'd be mad, boy. I'm not getting them out this hook. It ain't no we'll get them next. This is a huge game, bro. This is a huge opportunity. If this will tell me everything I need to know about my football team, about my coaching staff, about everybody. This is a huge game. Don't make no mistake about that. Like, you can't drop this game. Like, hey, y'all know I'm a Mike McCarthy supporter. You drop this game, I might be like, hey. I might be sitting back like, hey, whatever you happen to you. Like, I'm not taking up for nobody after this game, bro. If y'all drop this one, I would be mad at everybody. Because this is a huge opportunity, bro. Like, this will be the deciding factor of your fate, I feel like. We just talked about the odds here. Me and you on the phone. We just talked about the odds. Right there. Boom.
These are the odds.
Look at Henny the Mo with it, man. Y'all, hey, who better than Henny the Mo, man? Let's go, man. Let's go.
Hey, so the odds say the 1 seed wins it 53.2% of the time. And really, that's the truth because you got to think about it. The 1 seed only has to play 2 home games, and if they win those, they get to go to the Super Bowl. So it's home game, Super Bowl if you're the 1 seed. 2 seed, right? You have to play 2 home games and possibly a one road game, and then you get to go to the Super Bowl, which is not as bad as everything else. 3 seed, you're only guaranteed one home game. 4 seed, you're only guaranteed 1 home game. 5 and 6 seed, y'all don't get shit but the opportunity to show up. 7 seed not even on here because they ain't won no damn Super Bowl yet. They just got into the party. So we ain't no point to put 7 seed on there because 7 seed ain't won no Super Bowl yet. So if you see the difference, 21.3% compared to 4.3%. That's a huge difference. Because listen, 21% is damn near a miracle.
It's not good. 21% is not good. Yeah, 21 is not even good. 21% is not even good.
Yeah,
that means think about this. 21% sounds good, then think about this. That means flip it the other way and say it like this. That means that 79% of the teams who come into the playoffs as a number 2 seed do not win the Super Bowl. How does that sound?
No, hey, look,
That sounds damn near impossible now, right?
put it
So
on
now
your
you'll take
life.
that 21.
Put it on your life. If you hop out this plane, you know
You
what
have
I'm
a
saying?
79% chance of no.
Your parachute has a 21% chance
Of
Of
open.
working.
of deploying.
Ooh.
Would you jump your ass out there? No.
And think about this to put it in its proper perspective. Think about this: you, the best team in the AFC, and the best team in the NFC, who will get granted the number 1 seed, and theoretically have 3 home games if they handle business, still only have a 54% chance of winning.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, like damn. Like, look, think about this. With all those factors, all those games, all those tight games you try to win, all those we trying to win the division. Oh, we got the number 1 seed. And you did all that to get a 54% chance of winning. The Super
51.
Bowl is the hardest championship to win. It is the
It's
hardest.
better than it's better than a 4%.
I know, right?
It is. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter. Like, listen, getting into the playoffs is hard. Then also winning in the playoffs is hard.
True.
So you got to think about it. There's 32 teams in the NFL, and even with an expanded playoff, only 14 of the motherfuckers go. So not even 50% of the teams that line up and have training camp and practice squads and preseason, all the other stuff they prepare for. There's still going to be. Well, I said there's 14 that makes it. There's 18 that ain't gonna go. So that's over half the leagues not gonna even be invited to the big dance.
The craziest part, what make this the most difficult league to me is like you got one game, bro. You could just have an off game. Them off games exist. You know what I'm saying? You just wasn't feeling it today. Your quarterback had a headache or something. He had, you know what I'm saying, tossing and turning in the bed and then get a good night of rest. And all you got is one game. Like that team only got to be better than you that one night for that one game. They could have been sorrier than you for the rest of the season. We seen the team do that. We seen the Giants do that. They just was better than everybody on that day. They was sorry the whole rest of the year. But when it got to the playoff, they just start turning up and beating people. So long as you better than that team on that night, that's all that matters. That's what makes it so hard, man.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. Like, theoretically, I know it's very cliche to say, but when the playoffs start, your record's 0-0. So you technically are who you are that day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Because the season is over. Like, the season is theoretically 3 seasons, right? You have the preseason, you have the regular season, then you have the tournament. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about this, fellas. The team that we view as the best team, when we was watching preseason games, I can almost guarantee you the teams that are looked at as the best teams right now are not the teams that you thought were going to be good in preseason. Because the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken, how many games we win in the preseason this year? I think we won like one.
We won the last one, I believe, didn't it?
And then think about this. Yeah. There were years where the Patriots lost all their preseason games and still went on to win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And then you have times where the Patriots were 18-0, went into the playoffs, was not the best team in the playoffs. And if you're old enough to remember, they didn't play good in the playoffs, the Super Bowl, and they didn't play good in the game before that. You know what I'm saying? So they were already a team that was kind of fumbling and bumbling. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to maintain success.
Look at another indicator. Nick Foles was only better than everybody for that particular playoff run. Exactly. He never played like that ever again in his life.
Yeah, never. And funny, remember the Cowboys actually tried to bring Nick Foles in that year as a backup too. We tried to bring him in that year.
Ain't that weird though? That's just, piggybacking off the thought process that we said, man. It's just that any given Sunday. That's why that's really, holds so much weight, because it truly is any given Sunday. Like, just like what that year was, the Beastquake run. Like, they didn't supposed to win that game. You know what I'm saying?
They had a losing record.
They didn't supposed to win that game. Then they hosted that game, and people was trying to change that rule when it went at the same year. Yeah. Like, Seattle had a bad record. The Saints had a good record, but they had to go on the road to play them. So
I'm sitting up here thinking, did he really just go full nuclear on his head coach after a freaking possible division win in 3 back-to-back seasons, I'm gonna keep it with her on my mama, bro. You lose this Washington game, bro. I'm probably gonna print up a shirt that say "Fire Mike McCarthy"
I
because
might want
you
to
know
foul.
because I might want to fire your ass, bro. Because listen
I
here,
ain't gonna
man, we
lie.
gotta circle back on that because I'm gonna tell you this. What it really shows me is, can you prepare your team for games that matter? You get what I mean?
This gonna
Yeah, this
show some
game
weak
doesn't, because
mentally stuff. Like
think
you will
about
be
this,
weak.
fellas. Think about this. This is your Green Bay game all over again.
Mm.
Like, Green Bay didn't matter, but it mattered. Because think about this. Since Mike McCarthy lost that Green Bay game, we all just looked at him differently. Let's just keep it real, bro. It's like seeing your homeboy get cussed out by his girl. You be like, damn, bro, I thought you was that dude. And okay. She
Hey,
just be putting her hands all in your face. Okay.
that game and the Jacksonville game, you had big leads in both games and had major collapses because there was no reason that the Jacksonville Jaguars should even have an opportunity to win that game. You
Those
were
were
up,
character games, bro. Like,
yeah,
the
you were
way
up
we felt
17,
about
18 points at
McCarthy
most.
changed after those games, bro. Like, the way I feel about him changed.
But you know what? This is Mike McCarthy's time to prove us otherwise. Because remember, a portion of that shit might have been Kellen Moore. I need to see how he's going to call this game. If it is a little crazy, there might be snow, there might be rain. You know, the weather report had changed a little bit. So you know this might be a bad weather game. I want to see how Mike McCarthy handles the situational play calling. I want to see if he runs the ball, if he try to protect Dak Prescott, get some easy throws. That's some shit I want to see. And let's keep it real with you, man. There is really no incentive for Washington to win this game. They got the number 2 overall pick. They could drop.
Regardless.
They could drop from number 2 to out the top 5 by winning this football game. So if you lose to a team that probably doesn't even want it, that's even more damning. They're not gonna go throw the game, but at the same time, they're not gonna be mad if they lost it.
You're gonna
So,
have to say, here you go, Washington.
yeah,
It's
like,
I don't want it. You can have it.
Hey, you know what, though, Henny? You said something that was real smooth right now. I just realized this is the first game that matters that's post Kellen Moore, bro.
with everything on the line. Because think about it.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, this
I
is the
disagree.
first game.
I disagree. Cause look, I'm finna throw your ball though. Look, the
Talk to
first game that mattered post Kellen Moore, he did terrible. To me, it was San Fran.
Oh,
That was the
It
first
was
game
too
that
early, though.
mattered.
I think it was too early.
That game mattered, Wes.
that mattered too.
That
though.
game
He got a
mattered, bro.
point.
For
He
our
got a
psyche,
point.
bro. Just
He got
imagine. Look, think about this,
It's
Wes.
the way they
If
hyped it.
we would have beat San Fran, how would you feel right now going into the playoffs? Because
I
you
mean,
would
the
have
game just would have been better. If the game would have just been better.
No, I'm talking about psychologically. You would be like, okay, I seen my team beat San Fran. You look, you feel at least decent about them beating the Eagles. You'll be like, oh, now I'm looking at the playoff landscape like this. I've seen my team beat almost every team that we could possibly play outside of Green Bay if they make it, and Minnesota or somebody. But we beat Seattle. We beat the Rams. We beat the Eagles. These are the biggest contenders for real. You know what I'm saying? Outside of San Francisco. So, like, I've seen, I'm confident in my team beating these teams at
the
home.
Lions too. We beat the Lions.
We beat the Lions too. Like, all the
Bruh,
biggest
even the Lions, we come on now. I think the Lions would have gotten more love than, if they would have beat us than versus, because we didn't get no real love. Because we beat the Lions, yeah, we beat the Lions. The Lions beat us. Oh my God, they beat the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? It's
just
different
saying,
levels.
like,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna ask both of y'all. Far as y'all psyche go, we beat all those teams. So when they coming into Dallas, how would you feel if we would have beat San Francisco, bro? We really would have beat everybody.
You
We
beat
would have
number
been
one
really
seed.
good. This
This is my only pushback though. Go ahead. This is my only pushback though. When I did the initial season schedule, I didn't see I couldn't, I knew the Eagles were going to be good. I knew San Francisco was going to be good. And in my mind, I felt like you were going to have to play the Eagles 3 times this year, and you're going to have to play the 49ers twice this year. That's 5 games. I couldn't see. And if you told me the Cowboys had to play the Eagles 3 times and 49ers 2 times in a 5-game season, would the Cowboys go 5-0? I don't know if they would go 5-0. I would think we'd probably go at best maybe 4-1. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my mindset was already thinking. Like, I could not see a way of the Cowboys getting out of not playing in San Francisco or playing them again. I just was hoping that we could get the game at home. So that's why I didn't give him so much slack for dropping the 49er game, because I just thought that was going to be hard, and I thought it was going to be I thought it was early in the season. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I gave him a little, damn, my other phone going.
I give you that, but I gotta push back slightly. What
Go
about
ahead.
the way we lost?
Exactly. That's what I just said. That's what I just said. That's what I just said, though.
Yeah.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, you can't accept the way we lost. If we would have lost to San Francisco 28-20, I'm like, okay, we just lost. If we would have lost to San Francisco anything less than 10 points, I'd have been like, hey, we was competitive. We just lost the game. But to get our head bashed in, I can't accept that. So that right there shows me that y'all wasn't prepared. That team, we see that team play regular against other people. Like they get superpowers against us just like everybody else. Like everybody changed tendencies on us. It's about time that we understand this, right? We need to be pushing this narrative. Like, hey, don't even look at the tendencies that they put on paper. Be prepared for everything across the board. How many interviews that y'all watch this coaching staff out the game say, hey, they broke tendency, they did this. They usually do this, but they do this now. San Francisco was running zone all year and played man against us. Detroit was pressuring. They pressured us way more than they've been doing all year. Like they changed tendencies against us. So we need to be prepared for both ends. Okay, you almost need to have a counter game plan if they do break tendency. Like, okay, you go into the game plan like, okay, this is what they normally do. We're going to be ready for that. But if they try to deter from that, we need to have another game plan that's already ready. Because that's what it looks like the tendencies is for teams that's playing the Cowboys. They bring out the special effects, like I say. They bring out the special effects.
Let me say this real quick, because
Go ahead.
I never gave my opinion on my psyche about the game. I agree with a little bit of what both of y'all said. Like, I agree that it was early on in the season and we're a different team now. But I'm also pissed off about how we lost the game. To your point, landlord, like we had belt to ass. Like you ain't supposed to beat me like a badass stepchild when I show up to the crib. You know, I'm supposed to at least come in, hold my nuts, get a couple lick in. We both leave with black eyes. That's respectful ill. You know, like, yeah, he won the fight, but I broke his nose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get some kind of blood out of it. But if we had won that game, though, that's the most important point right there. Because, you know, it's a hypothetical. If we had won that game, then landlord, you are 100% right. We had beaten everybody and their mama in the NFC East. Yes, the AFC. You know, that's a whole different story. Like, we had some issues over there, but
the only ones we ain't played the North or the South, right? We didn't play neither one of those divisions. So
I'm just talking about the AFC teams that we played, but you know,
but they not that good. You know what I'm saying?
But in regards to that, we done beat the dog shit out of the 49ers. We done beat the Detroit Lions. We beat the Eagles, the Rams. Seattle might still get in, so that's 4.
Hey, is there a chance we can play Green Bay in the playoffs?
Yes, we might. It's likely
if they win.
They'll be coming to Dallas.
Yeah, if they win and some other stuff happens, then Green Bay would be the 7th seed coming to Dallas. But I like that matchup. Cause listen, Mike McCarthy dressed like the ghost of.
He better not do that goofy ass, man. I ain't even trying to cuss anymore in 2024. He better not do that goofy ass shit no more, bro.
Hold on. Hear me out, man. He went out there and dressed, you know, like the ghost of Vince Lombardi, and you know, really Kellen Moore play calling messed up at the end for him. You know, this game means a lot to him. You know, he may not
be play calling, but at the end of the day, he let them plays go in.
Hold on, let me get to the point. Let me get to the point real quick, because like that got off the rails for him. That's one of the reasons why Kellen Moore isn't here. And we being honest about it, like that was probably the game where Mike McCarthy said, you know what, I can't even deal with Cuz right now. But if he gets Green Bay again, knowing how that shit happened last time, these games mean a lot to Mike McCarthy. Like, he's gonna go out there and coach his ass off, in my opinion. In my opinion, he's gonna go out there. He gonna try and hold his nuts against the Green Bay Packers, and we get them at home. Because listen, he may not be a big shot here, but he's one of the most decorated coaches in Green Bay history outside of Lombardi.
Yeah.
When you think about it, Titletown, Mike McCarthy name probably go up in the ring of honor over there. So that means a lot to him. So I want them to play the Green Bay Packers. I guarantee you, Mike McCarthy go out there and call everything. He's not gonna call no dragon. This man gonna be out there taking shots. He ain't doing no slant flat combo. We going double post route, scissors, play action, deep bombs. I guarantee you he's gonna try and run the score up on the Packers.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here: the freaking Washington's giving up 264 yards in the air, so I wouldn't be surprised if they let Dak let it go this week, man. I'm taking Dak.
As long as the weather holds up.
Yeah, as long as the weather holds up, I would not be surprised if they let Dak go, because right now the most important thing that you want to see right now is you want Dak confidently going into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And so I think he's confidently going to the playoffs. On a sidebar, I think they're going to give the MVP trophy to Lamar Jackson. I just don't see them giving it to Dak. I posted, and I'm gonna tell you, it's so crazy because Cowboy fans, y'all don't even believe it either. Because I got to tell y'all when I'm being like sarcastic, because I posted a tweet on my homepage that said, "Man, you can clearly see that Lamar Jackson is the MVP." And
Yeah,
I had Cowboy fans like, "You're absolutely right, West Coast." I'm like, "Oh my God, you guys do not know how to get a joke."
Because his numbers,
or you looking at the actual stats.
You ain't looking at the numbers. Yeah.
They're not even. They literally just saw the name in the picture and was like, "You're absolutely right, West Coast." Didn't even look at the actual stats, because the stats would have been like, "Why would he say that?" And then the stats show. Yeah. Ain't no way. The stats clearly show that Dak is having a better season, and Dak. If you look at it, Dak. If you at the actual quarterbacking stats, Dak
it's a blowout.
Killing Lamar, bro.
It's a blowout.
Killing him.
Lamar make up ground with the run game. That's what he make up ground at. And look, he just had a 5.
Even though the league wants real quarterbacks, though.
Look,
that's weird.
He just had a 5 touchdown game. That's what made his passing touchdowns look formidable. He was even worse than that. You know what I'm saying?
He threw. Hey, you right. He threw 5 passing touchdowns in a game.
In one game,
he still ain't got 30 on the season.
He got like 24 now, I think, right?
Yeah, 24. He had 19 passing touchdowns coming into the game.
And you mean to tell me that's the MVP?
And theoretically, the league thinks that he has a better wide receiving core than us too, because he got some killers over there with Odell. Now he ain't got no CeeDee Lamb, but he got a pretty goddamn good wide receiving core at core. I mean, a group. I'm not talking about one dude. We have a better one guy. But I think if I had to say a core, Baltimore got a core. They got probably best core. And I'm gonna tell you this right there, they got the best core that he's probably had in his career too. And with his best core.
They looking at that team success. I disagree with that though, because we got team success too. And then he's
a quarterback that can only score 9 points just like 6 games ago.
Exactly, like you know, he a good buffer. The reason I say that is because he's a former MVP. He's having a good season. It's not going to be as controversial as it would be if they would put Dak Prescott there. It's a good, easy answer. Or Brock Purdy, because them
nobody wants to hear this.
franchises. They polarizing franchises with 2 unlikely MVP candidates to a lot of people. We knew better. We stood on Dak name last year because we knew what type of quarterback we had in Dak Prescott. But the mainstream media and the other narratives, they look at if you would have told a lot of people, I ain't gonna say no percentage because I feel like Dak got a little respect. But if you would have told a lot of people that this late in the season Dak Prescott would be an MVP candidate, they probably would have burst out laughing at you. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
And that just lets you know how they look at him. So, you know what I'm saying? It was very unlikely. So who's the perfect candidate to, you know what I'm saying, to let this smooth over? Lamar Jackson. Hey, he's already won an MVP, and, you know, I think it'll just work out better for him. So, hey, let him get it, and let us get the Super Bowl MVP.
I said also, man, you know, I think like this, the NFL, the NFL is real big on their minority short shares and things like that, and parity and things like that. Like the NFL, they were really, really big on having the 2 black quarterback Super Bowls. I mean, the 2 last year, the Cowboys. I mean, this year you're gonna have probably 3 quarterbacks, probably 2 out of the 3 MVP candidates are gonna be men of color. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely we salute that. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely believe a black man is gonna win the MVP. I just might believe it might be the wrong black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Dak should win it, bro. And you know what's gonna be crazy? Like, if anything, if you really, really think about it, like Dak is the overall best consistent quarterback for this season. Like, there hasn't been a quarterback that has been more consistent than Dak Prescott this season. And think about this. Go look at his losses. Even in the losses, Dak has 5 losses this year, right? We have 5 losses. 3 of the losses, Dak actually played really good in. Like, you can't take that Philly, like Philly, with the Philly loss. Yes, we lost the game, but Dak did not play bad. Like, he wasn't the reason why we lost that game.
He had 3 passing touchdowns, right? Over 300 yards, no turnovers.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. That's why when people be like, "Oh, Dak is on fire," I be like, "Nah, Dak been on fire since that Philly game. We just didn't win."
Look, Dak had maybe 2 bad games. 2 bad games. San Francisco and Buffalo.
You said Pro Bowl rosters are out. Where they at?
I know they're gonna get announced. I didn't know if they got announced. I don't really care about the Pro Bowl.
We ain't gonna be in the Pro Bowl. We trying to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if you're at the Pro Bowl game, that means you
failed.
Yeah, you did not.
It's not about I want them to play. I want my player to get the recognition.
Oh yeah, absolutely get the recognition. Yeah. But the recognition I really want them to get is that All Pro. You know what I'm saying?
And listen, that's probably another conversation. We need to riot if Dak Prescott is not at least second team All Pro. I know.
Who would be your first team? Jalen.
They're probably trying to give it to Brock.
They'll give. Remember, All Pro is only 2 quarterbacks. If Lamar Jackson is going to be the MVP, they're going to automatically give him first team All Pro. It's the same voters.
This is my thing too. I was going to ask y'all. This is my thing too, because like you got to give Dak his season. You got to give him either the offensive MVP, offensive player, or you got to give him the league MVP. You can't just not give Dak anything for this.
They're not going to give Dak nothing. He got to go take the Super Bowl.
Damn, bro.
It's the truth, bro. Because look,
but you understand, you can't not give him one. You got to give him one of them.
Because look, Christian McCaffrey had an outstanding year on the offensive side, and Tyreek Hill.
So remember,
and CD Lamb.
They try not to give the offensive. I guess it's stupid though, but they try not to get the offensive player of the year award to the same player. It's stupid. But if a quarterback wins MVP, they try to give offensive player of the year to a skill position player,
which makes no sense because if you're the league MVP and you're an offensive player, theoretically you are the best offensive player in football. That doesn't make no sense. How can you be an MVP on offense and there be someone on offense better than you? That means that person's really the MVP. I know y'all people ain't tracking that, but you'll get it after I say that.
I just want to be clear on, I don't agree with this. I'm just telling you what's finna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, if Dak Prescott go out here and ball out and beat Washington, he is the MVP to me. I don't care what nobody say. He's played the best football at quarterback more consistently throughout the whole year than any other quarterback. So to me, he will definitely be the MVP. I wouldn't care what nobody else say. You couldn't convince me otherwise. To me, he will be the MVP. Like, because I see it's just that negative Dak, them negative thoughts that they got about Dak that's holding them back. You mean to tell me he had one bad game after a stretch of greatness? He had one bad game and now he out of the MVP conversation? That shows you a lot. And then he made up for it.
Can you bring up, hey, Henny, can you bring up Lamar and Dak's stats? And I'm curious to see. I think as a general NFL, I think everybody would be kind of upset if they gave it to Purdy, because I think the NFL all knows that he don't deserve it. So I think the NFL will have to. That's why I'm trying to say, bro, who would be the third person that they could slide in there so that they could just be like, no, Dak, thank you for coming, but you didn't get anything this year. That's what I'm saying.
My offensive player of the year.
Yeah, like who could they like? Think about this. There's not a running back that
is CMC.
CMC's not even gonna play this. I don't think he's gonna play this last game.
I'm just saying he's had the kind of year that to be like, okay, he got it. CMC, then you got Tyreek Hill, then you got CD Lamb. All 3 of them that had great offensive years.
Yeah, but you can't give an offensive player of the year to CD Lamb over Dak Prescott.
Hey, they finna give it to
you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that
give it to Tyreek Hill over Tua. Shit,
Yeah, but think about this. Tyreek Hill's wide receiving is not better than Dak Prescott's quarterbacking.
I don't think so either. Cause I done seen Tyreek Hill do some crazy, strange things and make you go,
Somebody
He was
said
dropping.
Dak loses to good teams. Dak just lost to the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, they be making shit
The
up.
Lions ain't good. They cheated. We cheated. That's what they gonna
Yeah,
say.
we just Dak didn't beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
They ain't gonna give
What
it to
team?
no
What
Josh
good
Allen.
teams? What? Listen to me. He dominated what team? What good teams did he dominate?
Who?
Lamar.
He
Oh,
just dominated Miami
I'll
and
give
San Francisco.
I'll give Miami and San Francisco. He beat the shit out of Detroit too. They blew Detroit out the water. But
So I mean, he got 2 for 2.
But if you think about it, I gotta see his stats. I know he went crazy against Miami though.
yeah, listen,
Or
Dak
did
has
they
beat just as
or
many
did they
playoff teams.
team
Dak
just
beat
win?
Detroit, who's a playoff team. Dak beat he beat Philly, who's a playoff team. Who else?
He beat the Rams, who were a playoff team.
He beat the Rams, who are a playoff team, and he beat Seattle. Dak has beat 4 teams this year who are in the playoffs this year, right now.
And that was like an MVP moment, that Seattle game too.
4
That was
teams
dope.
right now. 4 teams that are in the playoffs right now. Dak beat both 4 of them and looked really good versus 4 of them. He lost to. He
think
did
Dak
lose to
won.
Dolphins. I mean, he did
I
lose
think,
to.
He looked good in Dolphins game too.
Hey,
Yeah, he
what is
did.
our record versus current playoff teams right now? That are, or do we know the current? We don't know all the teams that are in yet, huh?
No,
It
we
ain't
don't.
final yet.
It's not final.
But it
yet.
sounds like we're gonna be pretty. We played a lot of current playoff teams because we played the Eagles twice.
We'll be right now. If Seattle makes it in, we'll be 500 against current playoff teams. We'll be 4-4 if Seattle makes it in. If Seattle doesn't make it in, we'll be 3-4.
Time out. This is one thing I want y'all to think about too. Y'all see how much weight the star hold? Listen to this. Lamar Jackson ain't did nothing outside of last year either, bro. He got an MVP, but he ain't did nothing in the playoffs. The
One playoff
Cowboys
game.
got to
I
win
think
it.
he's only one. I
He
think
just
Lamar
won
Jackson.
his first playoff game last year, didn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's only won one. I think Lamar Jackson's only won one playoff game in his career,
But
right?
look,
1-3. 1-3.
he always squandered in the big lights in the NFL. He always has. But look, you see how that dark cloud don't rain on him because he don't have a star on his helmet. You see what I'm saying? That dark cloud still over Dak though. And we got the same type of history if you think about it. They do great in the regular season and they lose first round. That's what everybody say about us. But
Hey,
they
put
don't
Jason.
hold that over them.
Hey, put
Hey,
Jason Cole's comment up. Put Jason Cole's comment up. I think that's dope too. I think it also has to do with how you're used. Dak, he says Dak has 600 more passing yards, 8 more touchdowns. Right? Lamar has 500 plus more rushing yards and 5 more rushing TDs. Dak is 250 yards and 2 TDs. Numbers are better. You know what I'm saying? Are rushing, and that's why I say when it actually comes to court, that's why I think they need an award simply for quarterbacks. Like who is the best quarterback? Because someone needs to acknowledge that in 2023. In the year of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, 2023, Dakota, let it rain, Prescott from the Dallas Cowboy tribe was the best quarterback that year.
Facts.
And I'm going to tell you, think about this. I'm going to tell you another person who gets ripped off for being a really good quarterback, 2014 Tony Romo. I ain't going to start on my high horse, but Tony should have won that event. He should have won the MVP that year. We know Tony was the best. He was the best. He was the best quarterback that year. You know what I mean?
But at least Tony got an All-Pro that year.
Yeah, but bruh, I think they ended up giving it to Aaron, right?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, I believe, won the MVP in 2014. Tony Romo ended up second team. He would have won it though. Remember, Tony Romo had to miss that. Had to miss a game. So no, that's one of the reasons why Tony Romo didn't win MVP because he missed one game due to injury, and then he didn't really play the last game because we had our division sold up. So he only.
They trying to say Dak finished 4th in the voting, so he might not even get the All-Pro. Look like.
No, he finished.
Man, there's no
no
freaking way, bro.
Wait. That's Pro Bowl.
There's no freaking way, bro.
Hold on, cuz.
Oh, okay.
That's fan voting. It doesn't count for the It doesn't count for the All Pro. Like
even the fans, bro. There's not enough hate. There's not enough hate.
Hold on. There've been All Pros that made it, didn't even make the Pro Bowl team, so that's different. It doesn't matter. The people that vote for the MVP vote for the All Pro. This is just for the Pro Bowl. And Dak Prescott is second in the NFC for quarterbacks in Pro Bowl voting, so he'll make it. Jalen Hurts is the one that might not make the Pro Bowl this year because he's like 9th on the in quarterback voting.
Bro, that year that Aaron Rodgers had the same stat line as
He'll make it for a running back though.
That year that Aaron Rodgers had the same stat line as Dak, and he won MVP, and Dak didn't even make the Pro Bowl that year, did it?
That
Yes,
was
that's correct.
2021.
Dak didn't even make the
2021.
Pro Bowl. Aaron Rodgers had 37 touchdowns.
But you,
Dak did too.
but
I
you
think
remember
they both had 10 interceptions.
no, Aaron Rodgers had that's the only thing that was different. Aaron Rodgers only threw 4 of them bitches because he always threw
Oh
the ball away.
well, I respect that then.
But yeah, he only threw 4. But remember, there was a narrative around Dak Prescott that he was in a slump. Remember that shit? They said he was in a slump in the middle of the season. So that was the narrative floating around about Dak Prescott, that he was in a slump. Not that
But
he was
he went
injured.
out there, Jameis Winston, and he even throwing 38 touchdowns and
Yeah,
44 interceptions. He wasn't
Man,
doing that.
but
Dak
that wasn't even
showed
the
y'all
thing
who
with
he
Dak
was
though.
last year, though, low key. With the interceptions, I understand, but he took your offense from worst to first almost when he came back.
Exactly.
Like he
And
showed you who he was.
I was just gonna say in 2021, Dak had the calf injury. Like Dak wasn't fully healthy when he came back. You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott played through a calf injury that entire year. But think about it. They don't give Dak Prescott the injury excuses. Jalen Hurts ain't even been on the damn injury report, and folks should talk about his damn knee. This man ain't even been on the injury report. They talk about Jalen Hurts' knee. So I want to hear that shit.
They program excuses for people they like. They don't do it for people they dislike. You know what I'm saying? I see that.
Purdy is number 1 in NFC and Pro Bowl fan votes, and Dak Prescott is number 2 in the NFC.
I mean, that the San Francisco, they're known, they're faithful for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So they will faithfully vote and do all those other things.
The
So
thing about it though, I think Brock Purdy game was way worse than Dak's worst game.
Oh hell yeah! Dak Prescott worst
Yeah.
game was 0 touchdowns and 1 pick. Brock Purdy worst game was 0 touchdowns and 4 picks.
4 picks.
Yeah. His worst game, his low was way lower than Dak.
Yeah, and Dak Prescott high has been higher than Brock Purdy. We
Yeah.
talk about highs and lows.
Yeah. And Dak got less turnovers, less interceptions, and more touchdown passes, right?
Yes,
I
more
think
than-
Brock Purdy got more
And
yards.
also, you got to also think about this, man. Like, you got to think of the percentage of like Dak has been that. There's been games that we've won that we've been down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that not even that just being down, but close games. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who you really want to take in one of those close environment games. And Cowboys is definitely gonna get a home game. So, I'm the Pro Bowl vote, not the Pro Bowl voting, the All Pro voting. Will that be before or after? That'll be before the playoffs, right?
We won't know that for a while. Actually, we won't know that for a while. All pro teams gonna take some time. Salute to Robert Howard for the $10.
For the $10, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me read his super. And I'll get you. CD has more catches than Tyreek Hill. The MVP will be anybody except Dak because he represents the star. You did not
My
tell
point
a
exactly.
single lie. But
Facts.
continue though, Wes. I had to get that out the way for the.
Oh, now I was gonna say I have a question I want to throw out there if anybody can figure this out. Does anybody know how they determine who plays on Saturday or Sunday for the wild card? Because Cowboys will be playing the weekend of the 14th and 15th. It's just a matter if we play on that Saturday or Sunday.
Man, I have no idea. They changed that shit so much. But salute to Boss Cowboy said, "What is everybody up here, man?" He said, "What is to me, Wes,
What's
and
happening, boss?
Salute,
What's happening?
boss.
What up, boss? Because me theoretically, I don't know. I think I would rather play on a Sunday, keep everything as normal as possible. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I ain't really tripping. Hey, let's talk about matchups real quick before we get up out of here. Cowboys win. Let's talk about what do we expect? Between the three of us, we all agree Cowboys gonna win this game this week? Bam. All right. What are your thoughts on that? Not even what are your thoughts, but so we can think about seeding. What do you guys think happens in that Eagles game? You guys think the Eagles hold it? You think they win it?
No, they play at the same time, but there's already talk about them possibly resting some of their key starters. They might have already conceded the division because they need too much to go their way. And, the Giants played them very tough the last time around. So, it's going to be very difficult for them to go to New York and win that game with the way that they're playing football right now.
And what sucks for the Eagles is to go to New York and actually try to win that game and lose. That would be worse.
That'd be
so if it's better to just let them win. You know what I'm saying? Just let them win.
They already going at each other over there. They got a lot of stuff going on.
So real quick, Henny, what happens if Cowboys? So we all agree Cowboys win. So we ain't got to talk about the Cowboys lose all that bullshit. We agree Cowboys gonna win this game. So what happens and who we play? Eagles win or lose? What happens?
It doesn't matter who if the Eagles win or lose if we win. So actually, there's going to be about 4 teams that we could possibly play, depending on what happens this final week. So, like you said,
Damn.
we already done agreed that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the game, right? So that's the first thing at the top that's taken care of with the 2 seed. Boom. All right, we will play the Rams if the Rams lose to the 49ers. The
In
Seattle,
Dallas. In Dallas.
yeah. So if the Rams lose to the 49ers, the Seahawks beat the Cardinals, and the Packers beat the Bears, then the Rams will fall to the 7th seed and come to Dallas.
Hold
If
on, time out. One thing
No, you
before you
said a
get
lot now. You said a lot.
look,
God
yeah.
damn.
One thing before you go further.
okay,
San Francisco already clinched the number 1 seed, right?
correct.
Right.
So they
Debo,
probably ain't even gonna play their starters. So
Debo,
okay, go ahead.
Debo Samuel is going to play. Christian McCaffrey is not going to play. Brock Purdy is going to play some. So they will take the field, and really it's going to be like probably a preseason game for them. They'll get in, get the boys some reps, just so they don't have 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Get them out of there healthy. And that's my opinion on it.
Just for context,
Hey,
that's why I
CMC
wanted
got
to
a
make
high
sure.
CMC got a high ankle sprain, right?
He got something. He got a calf, I think.
Okay,
Mm.
tell them the second scenario here, because I just wanted to make sure, because that sound like the Rams would lose if San Francisco was full strength, but that context changed everything. But go ahead.
Correct. So Seattle, if they beat Arizona and the Packers lose to the Bears, then they will get the 7th seed at this point. All right. Oh, so and Sam Howell's going to start because Jacoby Brissett is still injured. So we already know what Sam Howell does. He turns the football over. So that's good. All right. So that's a very simple one. If the Seattle Seahawks handle business against the Cardinals and the Packers don't handle their business against the Bears want to win this game because their quarterback is still playing for his job. Shit. I think the Packers have some issues with the Bears there. So you never know. So the Packers, for them to get the 7th seed, they will actually have to beat the Bears, and the Rams beat the 49ers. So we already know that the 49ers are probably going to sit some people at some point. And then we also know that the Packers got a decent team. Their quarterback got the 3rd most passing touchdowns in the league. He's very inexperienced, but Jordan Love is coming on, man. The Green Bay might have gotten lucky and got 3 back-to-back good quarterbacks. So they had Brett Favre, they had Aaron Rodgers, and now the young boy, throwing 30 touchdowns his first time out there. Jalen Hurts ain't did that yet.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead real quick.
I don't necessarily think they pick good quarterbacks, but you know what they also do with their quarterbacks? They do the same system over. They really believe in the mentor system. They draft quarterbacks while they have a vet there that's still somewhat in his prime. So even if he doesn't want to coach him, because remember, Brett Favre said that he wasn't going to coach Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers said he wasn't going to coach Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to coach him, but you're still in the building with him for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
So it's like,
very right. That's very true.
so it's called the mentor program. You know what I'm saying? It's the mentor way of doing business. That's how that's like, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you've been at your job for 20 years and they just hired some young dude to come in and he supposed to help you do your job, he really gonna take your job, bro. I'm telling you, they about to retire your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Look, you
They about
said
to
the
retire your
mentor.
ass. Just
You
letting
said
know.
the mentor program,
Look at landlord like, wait, because they just brought in some young dude at my job. His train's only this long.
Look, mentorship program, aka the old way of football. That's all that is.
Thank you.
Quarterbacks used to have to marinate. You know what I'm saying? You kind of wanted your quarterback to develop for like 3-4 years before he started.
Or at least sit behind the guy.
Yeah, but nowadays they microwave these quarterbacks and let them start straight out of college, and they think everybody could do what your quarterback did. Dak Prescott was very, very impressive when he first came out the gate. But everybody just can't do that. But that's what they want these days. They want these players to be ready ASAP, coming straight out the gate. But yeah, I like that old system, honestly. And I thought that might be something we's doing with Trey Lance, but it don't make sense. It's not adding up. The timeline not adding up for Trey Lance. Because the reason I say that is because we got to pay him. We're going to have to pay him to keep him. So that timeline went add up. And you got to pay him a lot of money.
Hey, listen, this is the only thing I would say, and that's actually dope that you touched on that subject, right? Because this is the only thing I would say is this. If you are seeing something in Trey Lance in a practice, then I can see what you're doing. And it might be a situation like with the Saints. Remember the Saints gave the white boy quarterback some crazy deal. We was like, what the? How did this dude, backup quarterback, get some? Remember, Tatum.
Oh,
Man,
Taysom Hill.
there you go. But it's like, hey, come on, Henny, where you at when I need you? Goddamn.
I was lost. You said Tatum. You said Tatum. I'm like, who the hell is that?
Hey.
But yeah, they gave him a contract out of nowhere. Everybody's like, Shreggy? You know what I mean? But it's like, that's why I say, like, hopefully the Cowboys have a plan for him. But at the same time, too, like, you might have to make him the most expensive backup quarterback in football without seeing him play an active snap.
I was
As
just
a
now
fan, that's going to be a hard thing to accept next year.
That's exactly why I wanted to stop you with.
Flip him.
We need to let this man be active this week.
Yeah, we do. Cooper Rush don't need to be activated this week.
Because look, we can blow them out early, try to get out the field early, get out of here healthy, go up 2-3 touchdowns, and just beat the wheels off them, and let's see what Trey Lance got. You know what I'm saying? We finna have to wait. Well, we got one more year before we have to pay him or something.
Yeah, but think about this though. If you do that though, that means Cooper Rush cannot be active.
Yeah,
Cooper Rush will have to be your third string quarterback. He cannot be active.
That's
good. That's good. So make him the emergency quarterback. I'm trying to listen. We just talk about a quarter of football. Really, we believe this game will be over with by the third quarter. Dallas Cowboys should be up, about 27-3 or some shit like that. So if they can't hold it down for a quarter of football, then it is what it is. But like I said, I don't believe the Washington Commanders want to win this game. They could get Drake May right now. They could get Jaden Daniels, the Heisman winner. Because Caleb Williams gonna go number 1 overall. That's pretty much a lot.
If he come out, has he declared?
He had no choice. He has no more time left.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah, so he's coming out. So he'll come out and it's a wrap. So he'll be the first overall pick more than likely. And Washington is there.
Who has the first overall pick right now? Who has the pick right now though?
I gotta look.
Because Arizona just won. Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm gonna tell y'all something right here. Teams are not rushing to get that. They're not running to get that number 1 overall pick this year. And I just thought that everybody wanted Caleb Williams. Have you noticed that though?
Hell yeah.
Like teams are not just. I mean, maybe teams know you can't tank anymore either though.
Oh, the Bears. The Bears already clinched it. Remember, the Bears got they got the Panthers pick. So the Bears already got us. So that's why I said the Bears are gonna go out here and try and beat try to beat the Packers for morale, because they already got the first overall pick from the trade. Because they get the Panthers pick. The Panthers got the first overall pick.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. You think? Listen, this is off subject, but you think Chicago got the number 1 overall pick, right?
Yeah,
bro. They're probably not. You think they done with Justin Fields?
It depends, man. Because what can you get for Justin Fields? Because I would send Justin Fields back. I send his ass to Atlanta, and they can go over there and try and recreate the Michael Vick experience with him. Because at this point, man, Atlanta got everything but a quarterback. And you've seen enough of Justin Fields to see him play in the NFL and diagnose how he would fit over there. Because Atlanta got everything. They got Drake London at wide receiver. They got Kyle Pitts. They got Bijan Robinson. They got a decent offensive line.
That would be fast, bro. They might not be good, but they're going to be fast, and it's going to be exciting to watch.
Exactly. And that's all you can ask for Atlanta. And they play in a bad division. So
Atlanta need that. They need them ticket sales.
Bro, hey, listen, landlord, you might need to do some NFL content, man, because that was pretty goddamn good right there. That's a good video right there. Atlanta might need to think about that, because, bro, even if you only win a couple games, you're going to sell jerseys like a mother. You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta need them ticket sales right now.
And
exactly. That's why they need them ticket sales.
Justin Fields still might be the best quarterback in that division.
And he friend to Georgia.
Yeah.
Went to Ohio State, too.
He went to Ohio State. But yeah,
I thought he went to Georgia, too, though.
I think he did both. I'm not sure, but I know he's from Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. Let me research that.
I could have sworn he went to Georgia his first year.
Let me see.
So what you think about the let us know the situation with Trey Lance, because right now I'm looking at that as purely a motivation for Dak type of move,
he
and I
is
like
from
it.
Georgia.
I
Well,
still
Trey
like
Lance is on a what is his contract? His contract he's done. He's done after this year, right?
I think he got one more year. I ain't sure. If
I mean, if he has one more,
it's over after this year, my God, we ain't seen nothing.
I mean, Cowboys have seen something at practice. We
I
haven't
hope they
seen.
seen something at practice that give them the confidence. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "Hey, Action Jackson don't think he going nowhere." But listen, that's another good point. But you could flip the first overall pick, you could flip your other first round pick, and you can get every weapon in the world that you want.
Hold on, time out. I got another idea.
What's
Okay, Atlanta. I mean, okay, Chicago, keep Justin Fields. We got a little Trey Lance for you, Atlanta. You can still do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can
Yeah,
still
but
be
but
fast.
the only thing
Y'all
about
can
it is
still
Trey
do
Lance.
whatever y'all want to do.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
think
saying?
I don't think Trey Lance is not going. He's not because he coming out of the draft should not have been a first round pick. Like a North Dakota, bro. Like, come on, what did we not learn from Carson Wentz? Like Carson Wentz had a but come on, man.
A lot of
They're
49er fans felt like he was good, bro. They said it was some Civil War type stuff. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But all I say, look, let's say, for instance, we just get a second round pick. We came up.
Can we flip him for a second round pick
I
without
don't
him
think
playing
so.
meaningful snaps?
I don't think so. I mean, I mean,
Look
it's a
at
crackhead down
Atlanta
here.
quarterbacks before y'all.
I know a crackhead down here that might do it.
Huh?
Look at Atlanta quarterbacks before y'all go too far.
I
They
mean,
desperate.
they're horrible, but I don't know they would spend a second round pick on them.
Hey, and think about
Third,
this.
anything better than a
Atlanta
fourth
could
is
have.
good.
Think about this. Atlanta had a top pick last year. They could have picked a quarterback last year. They didn't.
They stupid.
They are stupid.
Now I'm gonna tell you. Just listen. The Justin Fields idea, that's phenomenal because
Yeah.
it makes sense on the field, and you put Justin Fields in you can't put him in that 7, obviously, but if you put him in something close to that 7, exactly what you said, bro. It'll be all they would absolutely love that. Chicago,
Just
and think about this,
imagine Justin
Chicago is
Fields
cold,
and
bro.
just imagine Fields and Bijan in the RPO in a read option.
Think about and you're playing, and
That's
think
ridiculous.
about this. If you are Justin Fields, you're playing inside. Soldier Field is, bro, you're gonna play 5 games outside in the cold. At
On turf.
least.
And he running.
And he running.
But hey, we're gonna have to cut this short. I do have to get back to the job. So let everybody know where everybody can find y'all at, man.
Man, it's your boy West Coast. You guys already know. All you gotta do is type me in the internet anywhere that say search the web, and you can find your boy West Coast. You know what I'm saying? West Coast Cowboy. That's all you gotta do. West Coast Cowboy.
Yes, sir. I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Y'all tap in with your boy, man.
Indeed, it's
Hey,
your boy.
can I ask you a question? There's a scenario that's not on there that it will probably might like. It says you have everyone. What happens if the 49ers win? Because you have if the 49ers lose. 49ers win, it doesn't matter.
They already got the number 1 seed.
I know, but who do we play?
Oh, it's already put in there. I gotta pull it back up now.
I think we'll mess around and play the Packers or somebody.
Yeah, listen, because that's what it mean by Rams beat 49ers. If Rams beat the 49ers and the Packers beat the Bears, and we play the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers. That's probably the more likely scenario right now.
So who do y'all think we gonna realistically play? Y'all, what's the team? What if everybody say a team?
Packers.
Landlord, what's your
Packers.
team? Who do you?
Probably
Packers.
Packers. Yeah.
Most logical thing to happen is more logical for the 49ers to rest their players, and it's more logical for the Packers to beat the Bears than anything else. Those are 2 things I see damn near happening without a doubt.
So you telling me Mike McCarthy is gonna get his get back?
Facts.
I hope
He's
so.
spinning the block back.
And think about this: without Kellen Moore.
Without Kellen Moore, I'm telling you, it's up, dog. I'm telling you,
Bro,
it's
listen
up.
to me. I'm gonna just be honest with you, bro. This season is just turning. It's like the Lifetime movie credits is already. I'm just curious who's gonna play me in the movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking maybe Brad Pitt or Emilio Esteban. You know what I mean? I like him because he's kind of funny. You know what I'm saying?
We got Will Smith for you.
Wilson, no, not Will, man.
Will done went out saying too much for a nigga.
I know. That's why I
Listen
had
to me. As
trouble
long
with
as
Will.
Will Smith is connected anyway any way, legally or physically, to Jada Pinkett, we can't give him his card back, man. She put a picture out looking like, I thought it was Fat Joe. I didn't know who it was.
Everybody
I
thought
was
it was
just about
Fat
to
Joe.
say, with the way her hair look, we might have to get Jada to play with West Coast.
No, they said Joe Crack is back on crack.
They said she came a long way. They crazy. They were like, Bad Joda came a long way.
Oh
Boy.
shit!
What?
Hey, Carson Wentz is going to start for the Rams.
Wow. Over Matthew Stafford?
Are the Rams trying to say they want to smoke with us, nigga?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The Rams are they're resting Matthew Stafford. If they lose this game, they'll probably fall to the 7th seed. It's like they trying to line up against us.
So the Rams are purposely trying to play us.
I ain't gonna put words in their mouth, but if Carson Wentz is not gonna go out there and beat the 49ers if the 49ers try. Like he might mess the game up for them. Like they may be getting blown out by halftime. So
Hey, is the 49ers playing at home?
Let me see.
Well, that changes a lot. You know Carson gonna lose.
I know. Let me see. 49ers versus Rams. Yeah, 49ers will be at home.
They're not gonna lose that game at home from their stands. Considering that those are gonna be the same fans that's gonna be watching them the next week in the playoff game. 49ers gonna win that game. They're gonna very minimally try to win that game.
Facts. But I gotta escape at this point for real though.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Hey, listen to me. Are we all committed? After the Commanders game? Listen to me. All you need to do is playoffs. We living on the edge. We living day by day. If you don't make that money, they kicking your stuff out. That's how it is. You feel me? So when the playoffs start, the day after the Commanders game, you just need to have your live on because we are going live every single day. We're going to be breaking down every single aspect of every single thing that can happen as far as this playoff game. As soon as we know the opponent, we are going to be tearing it apart. And it's going to take us every single day. So y'all got to make sure that you guys tune in. If you ain't never watched Cowboy content, this is the time to lock in for a show. You feel me?
Indeed, man. Hey, say the thing you always say at the end, my boy.
Hey, you guys already know what it is. Never look down because stars up. Peace.